Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. So some of you have messaged me saying, hey, do an unboxing video of these new decks. I have unboxed them already, so I'm just gonna go through these decks with you. Thank you very much, Ella. This is someone who has been my client. Hopefully we're gonna stay in touch. But she's crazy. She said to me, I'm gonna send you a Christmas gift after we finished our intuitive course that she signed up for, and she sent me 3 decks. So thank you so much, Ella. This is crazy. This is amazing. Like, I can't. So let's go through them, shall we? We're gonna start with, don't know how to pronounce this name. I hope I'm gonna be correct. 𝒃𝒐𝒌 Taro, I believe. It comes in a cute box like that. Let me move all these other decks for now so we have some space. I really love this deck because of the textures. I'm obsessed when it comes to texture and hand-drawn decks. So it comes in a very cute box. It says German watercolor artist Christine 𝒃𝒐𝒌 explores mythological, astrological, and Kabbalistic symbolism in this intriguing, I don't know how to pronounce it again, Thoth style tarot deck. Someone let me know. Includes 78 cards and 60-page booklet written by Johann von Krishner. Okay, let me see what is up. I really like how small this deck is. I really appreciate how small this is. It's very straight to the point. So you have the major and the minor arcana, introduction, and all the cool stuff. So here we go. Let's take a look at this deck. It's cute. I like how colors blend together. This is the back of a deck. And let's look at the cards. So look at the full card. Mage, magician, magus in this deck. And I like that you can see textures and just, it's very subtle. I think it's such a great deck. You know, it's like Insta-worthy almost. You know, if you took a picture of a spread, I'm pretty sure it would look so cool. And I like how small these are. I'm in the midst of creating my own deck and I'm switching between, I'm still trying to settle with an idea of how I want it to be. But I really like how small these cards are. Maybe I should think about this. We'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. It's probably gonna take me another year in between all the work. Look at the Emperor. Isn't that cool? Look at the Hierophant. It's such a nice deck for the eye. And how these colors blend together. So let me get to the, look at the Hermit. Let me get to the minor arcana. So look at the Four of Wands. And I think this is helpful, you know, if you're new to tarot, if you keep forgetting, you know, let's say, or if you have no idea whatsoever when it comes to meanings, I think that is quite helpful sometimes. If you're reading purely from the artwork intuitively, it can be almost like an addition. Once you have portrayed and said everything that you saw intuitively, you could add on to a reading. Some people like that, some people don't like written words, but I think it's pretty helpful. Especially at the very beginning. Look at the Seven of Wands. So, oh, Eight of Wands. So I really like this deck. This is completely not my style, but I love having different styles of tarot. I think you've noticed that I like dark decks on my channel, but I also have very funny decks too. And I like to explore and see how I'm able to tune in to different artwork and different colors. Look at the Three of Swords. I mean, this is cool. This is really cool. Yeah. Oh, and I like that the Five of Swords has someone crown on the ground, almost like pick your crown up, you know? Yeah. Nine of Swords. So let's move on. Maybe some of you guys will like it and you'll want to get one yourself. I'm just crazy about texture. Let me put it together nicely. All right, the next one. Let's take a look at the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Now, I believe that one, it is a tarot deck, but I think a couple of cards are, and a lot of them I think are pretty different. So that's the front. That's the book. It's a pretty thick book, and I like that the paper is not white, it's not new, it feels a bit ancient, you know. You have a lot written here in this book. So let's say the first card, the child. Keywords: new beginnings, innocence, magic, divine love, trust, hope, forgiveness. And then you have the meaning of it. The child stands confident, taking innocent joy and delight in her connection with the world in which she dwells. So I think these are very sweet explanations. And it's almost like a story written here. And it also talks about the past. So I would want to dive into this deck a bit deeper because I just kind of flipped through it. That's the box it comes in. I like the color of it. It's very mystical. And here we go. Here we go. Look at the artwork. That's 7 of Earth. It's very, you know, the images of it, I like because it's different. What you'd pay attention to is probably chakras, and the 7 of Earth, which is 7 of Pentacles, usually talks about planting a seed, which you can see here, the tree is growing, right? But also about patience, and what you focus on here is how the person feels like, rather than you can see, you know, you can almost feel the way they feel. And I think that can be very beneficial for some of you out there. The Heaven and Earth. It's a very abundant deck. You can get a lot from one card. Let's cut the deck and let's see what else we got here. So we have the Sage. The Queen of Earth. The King of Fire. The Ace of Air, I believe. Is it? No, that was water. Sorry, guys. Heart space. And here you go, water. The Two of Cups. Sweet, yeah? So this one, it's very intense. I think if I did read from this deck, I probably wouldn't need as many cards, because you can pick up so much, almost like you have a scene from a movie, and you can tell a lot. You can tell a lot. Right? So you could look into symbolism. You could look at how people are feeling. You could look at the colors as well. That's the Death card. See, so it's almost like a shot from the movie. I really like this. I really do. It kind of speaks to me differently than any other deck. And see, why I like these decks, because I think apart from the Game of Thrones would be the one that I would want to get. But these two decks, the Dreams of Gaia, as well as the other one, the 𝒃𝒐𝒌 Tarot, I would never have bought it myself if I had to choose, you know? And I've noticed once I get a deck that is not something that I would get for myself, I suddenly find a connection with it that is almost like other earthly. You know, it's I don't want to say it's like stepping out of the comfort zone, but it's almost like exploring the feelings that you might get from different designs, different media. Yeah, I like this deck. Some of you, if you'd use a really strong ring light, you may have an issue with it, but I don't see a problem with shiny decks. I really like how they feel like. So just maybe before reading with this deck, you'd have to place your light in an angle somehow so it doesn't disturb the view. Okay, let's take a look at the Game of Thrones. So this, what I love about that, take a look at how beautiful the packaging is. And the guidebook, it's hardcover and it's very nice to touch. It's very quality like, you know. Look at this. Reminds me a bit of Harry Potter, I don't know why. Yeah, and also the pages are made to seem a bit like they're old. There's that texture right towards the middle. You have all the meanings here. Here you go, the Empress. We're gonna take a look at the Empress. I love the Empress card. So let me go through this deck quickly. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably have this one. I'm just that person who doesn't buy a lot of decks for myself. I don't know why. See, I'm a bit of a minimalist, so I try to get bored as much as I can with the decks that I have, and then buy one for myself. So it's good that, you know, sometimes people decide to get something for me because I'm like, oh my god, this is actually cool. I forgot how it feels like to read from a new deck. Here we have the Fool. That's how the backs look like, really cool. Magician, the Priestess, and here you go, that beautiful Empress. I like everything about this card, the colors of it, how accurate the people here are. I'm gonna tell you, I never watched the Game of Thrones. I'm that person. So either I'm gonna have to watch it or I'm gonna challenge myself and I'm gonna read intuitively. Because I think if you watch the Game of Thrones, you can already tell quite a lot only from the picture of it, you know, what's happening, who this person is, and blah, blah, blah. So I'd like to read it intuitively and see what I pick up, just taken from the imagery of these people. The Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers. This is super sweet. Oh, look at the Chariot. Look at this energy. Okay, let's go further on. We have the Sun. This is nice. Ooh, Judgment. That's how Judgment feels like, at least for me. You know, that's how Judgment feels like. The world, very sweet. And then we have the Wands. This is such an abundant card, the Four of Spears. Then let's look at the Cups. Six of Cups is pretty cozy here. I hope you can see clearly. Then we have the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, pretty straightforward. The Nine of Cups, it's very similar, right? How the original is. I like the twist on it. The Ten of Cups, super sweet. That would be my Ten of Cups. Peace, quiet, a lot of candles, you know? That's the Ten of Cups. Okay, let's look at these swords. Here you have your Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords is slightly different. I mean, if you didn't know the meaning of the Seven of Swords from the book, you would probably pick it up a bit differently here. Because you can interpret this card in so many ways, what's happening here. And the Eight of Swords too, you know, looking at this card, it feels like this person is protected rather than trapped, or rather than, you know, keeping themselves in one place, not wanting to move or resisting some kind of movement. Nine of Swords, look at that. If you watched Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure you know exactly, you know, why this is portrayed that way. And I'm pretty glad that I didn't. Now having this deck is gonna be a bit of a challenge. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will tell me, no, this person didn't, you know, was not like that. But I really don't want to get stuck on the TV series here. Look at the Ace of Coins. I think it's one of my favorite cards. Let's see what else we have here. The Five of Coins. And I like the texture. I like that it feels, kind of portrays the feeling of the TV series too. And I'm just a fan of vintage and old, I guess. That feeling of old and vintage. So, oh, by the way, what I wanted to say with the 𝒃𝒐𝒐𝒌 Tarot, let me pull that out very quickly again. What I've noticed, that some of the names of these cards, bear with me here. Let me get, I want to get to the Pentacles. Where are the Pentacles? Swords, discs, okay, 3 of discs, 5, 7, here we go. So what this, you know, we have failure on the 7 of discs, which is a 7 of Pentacles. And I have the Urban Tarot here. And the name, the way it's named is the same. We have, what I've noticed, we have the same names. I didn't go through every single card, but that's what's vibing here in these two decks. So guys, I hope that someone has found inspiration or found a deck that they want to have as an addition to your collections. And now what I'm going to do with this, because I know that I have a video on my channel where I have released some time ago telling you guys what decks I use and names of it. So I guess every time I'm gonna use these decks, because I don't want to do another video for 3 new decks of all of them together again. I'm gonna just add it, I think, in the description of that video, or I'm just gonna mention it anytime I use any of these decks. But I hope this was helpful, or at least you enjoyed watching. And guys, I'm gonna catch you very soon with a new reading using these decks. So see you soon, tribe. Thank you for coming back. Bye for now.